Hey everybody, it's me again, Moody Boo, back with another house review. Now this one is by the house of Pierre Guillaume. Um, now, I guess most of his perfumes have kind of combined into the house of Pierre Guillaume. There used to be several different houses. I don't know if I'm saying this, Huitieme, and then of course this one, which I don't know if you can tell. This one is just Pierre Guillaume. But this one, you can see, is from the Huiteme. I don't know if I'm saying that right, line. Now they're just calling it Pierre Guillaume Black line. And I've also had Eomase. I've gone through Eomase, gone through a bottle of that, beautiful perfume, and also Musk Maori. I've gone through a bottle of that, beautiful gourmand. Um, but these are my three latest ones that I went through a long period of time where I didn't have any of his perfumes. Poudre de Riz, I think. I don't know. So this is the one that Men New York suggested. They sent me a sample. I loved it. I got it. And I have worn it many, many times. Thing is that I'm not huge into big powdery perfumes. And this one to me is very powdery. It's very almond powder kind of a perfume. It reminds me a lot of, was it Kiko Micheri's Lacum? It's in that kind of a vein. So if you like that kind of a perfume, you'd probably really love Poudre de Riz. So the notes are tier, coconut, vanilla, rice, maple sap, caramel, sandalwood, iris, cedar, tonka, tolu balsam, rose, and benzoin. And I think it's the rice that must give it and the iris that give it the real powderiness, even though I do really love it. It is one of those perfumes, though, that's much better on the skin than it is on your clothes. It's gorgeous. It has kind of a hand lotiony feel to it in the dry down. And but the coconut and the tiare flower, I think that's what really gives it that hand lotiony smell. I don't get a lot of the other notes other than the tonka and the iris, a little bit of sandalwood, the rice, the vanilla, the coconut, and the tiare flower. That's really all I get out of this. It really is beautiful, but I've grown out of it. So it's not one I reach for very often. This one can be a skin scent if you do one spritz. Problem is, if you do two, you've got to be careful because it can really bloom in the heat. All right, next up. Long Courier. This one I love, but the performance is not great on this one. It's not too bad for about 20 minutes, and then it really becomes a skin scent on me. It's even worse on my clothes. I don't know how that's possible. So this one I usually blast 3 or 4 spritzes pretty easily on my skin. It's really a very pretty, very unisex. All of these, even Poudre de Riz is very unisex. And Long Courier is vanilla, coconut, aleni resin, cedar, musk, orange oil, and salt. And that makes it sound like it'd be very gourmand, but I don't think it is. I think it's on the verge of being gourmand, but it never quite jumps over the line. And that salt is so interesting in there because it's sweet and salty at the same time, but the salt almost adds a beachy feel to it, not a hard spice kind of a smell like salt, that sour, tangy smell that salt can bring to a scent. No, this is more ocean beachy kind of a salt scent. Oh my gosh, I just love it. Like I said, it's not quite gourmand, but you definitely at the very top, I mostly get vanilla, coconut, and salt at the very top. When it dries down, maybe a little that orange comes in, maybe a little musk, The resin and the cedar definitely do, but the salt, the vanilla, and the coconut stay throughout. It's not a big depth kind of a perfume. It's rather linear, but in the dry down, you do get a little more earthiness with the resin and the cedar. But honestly, it is gorgeous. I just think the performance is really poor on this, but it really is a pretty perfume. Honestly, I get a slightly sweet, slightly salty, kind of a tonka smell out of it, to be really honest with you. Slightly nutty smell. But it's a beauty. I just wish it did better in the performance category, but oh well. Can't have them all. Moving on. Monsieur. My English tongue does not do French very well. Well, I don't know about that. My husband might disagree. Okay, TMI. Moving on. Now, this is my latest acquisition, and I believe this is really geared towards men. And I get it. It's for a brave woman. But honestly, it is my favorite out of the three. If I ever stop wearing it, it is going to my husband. But I'm not going to stop wearing it. When I was a kid up in the mountains, where I was raised, there was, when we were building our cabin, there was this lumber yard that we would go to that had all kinds of wood there, freshly cut cedar and pine and all these woods. And the smell was incredible. I loved the way it smelled every time we go there. This one can be quite a performer. I usually do 2 sprays because I love it. 1 spray probably would suffice. And this is just a woody, brilliant beauty. Oh, I suppose you guys want a little more deets than that. It is incense wood, patchouli, cedar wood, vetiver, sandalwood, poplar absolute, oak moss, and papyrus. And I don't get a lot of vetiver. I do get some incense. I do get a hint of patchouli, cedar, definitely, sandalwood, poplar, oak moss, not so much oak moss, but the papyrus. I definitely get that. It has become one of my favorite notes in the last couple of years. And it's just a beautiful, blended, woody, gorgeous perfume. Many people will think this is rather masculine. I think, like I said, a brave woman could pull it off, or any woman for that fact. Beautiful perfume. Monsieur, best performer of the lot. Gorgeous stuff. Love this. I think Pierre Guillaume really doesn't get as much love as he should as a perfumer, because he really has a lot of talent. I do wish he'd learn how to make perfumes perform a little better. So there you go. Pierre Guillaume. Guillaume? Yeah. I had it, and now I lost it. Oh well. Have a good day, everybody. Peace. Let me do that again. Peace.